Yes.
I told you you're running 10 minutes late.
Thank you, my Lord.
Yeah, but that's how you have to behave as a council. This is. Yes. Is that not so, Mr. Newman? You don't have to answer. You're still on the oath, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Mnisi.
As it please the court, my lord, before we proceed, I'd love to bring the following. My lord, there's information that we requested. I think I sent the state an email on the 7th of May requesting information, and I think that was also, I also mentioned that on the 5th of May when we came to confirm state of readiness of our matter for the 19th. That information relates to the movement records or the AVL records of the motor vehicles that were used by the Metropolis. By the Metropolis. That is subsequent.
The Metropolis?
Yes, that is subsequent to us having requested the AVL record of the Red Golf and being informed that the Red Golf did not have or was not fitted with an AVL mechanism. Then we said, okay, no, it's fine. Since the Golf was working in tandem with the Metropolis, and then we requested those records. And I specifically put it on record that that information is central to accused number 1's case in cross-examination of Brigadier Kininda as it relates to the aspect of the confession and to some extent.
In the Val, I think. When he came here.
In Northwest.
Northwest, sorry. When he came here, he used a car which was stationed in the police station there.
Yes, they moved from Alberton Police Station.
That's it, from Alberton. And then there was the driver, ne?
Correct, my lord.
And the photographer.
And the photographer.
So you want to be those of the photographer?
No, my lord. I don't think the court understands me.
No, I understand you because I'll tell you why. Wait. You see, I remember this question being posed to Jonathan, who was in fact leading the Metropolis regarding their offering assistance to the police, SAPS. And this arose because Jonathan, he was being asked whether when accused number 2 went to make it a confession, I think before Colonel Rapale, they wanted to know what was he driving. And then he says he was driving a metro car. And I distinctly remember they asked him whether that car has an AVL. And then he said, no, we don't drive cars with AVLs. I think that was also the evidence of Buthelezi. I remember that type of evidence. But if you want that subpoena then, because apparently you are saying, Mr. Balo,
I have actually not finished addressing the court.
I'm trying to help you. What is your problem?
I've not finished addressing the court, my lord.
You say you wrote a letter to him, is that not so?
It's an email, but I've not finished.
No, wait.
The court will give me an opportunity to finish.
I don't want time to be wasted. You say you wrote Baloy an email requesting information, is that not so? And he hasn't supplied it to you.
But I've not finished, my lord. If the court can give me time to finish.
Yeah, so what else do you want, sir?
I am frustrated, my lord.
By what?
By what the court is doing. I'm really frustrated. Because now the court is putting words in my mouth. Each time I'm trying to talk, then the court interjects. But now the court is talking about something that I'm not...
Okay, start from the beginning. Fine. Start from the beginning.
I know this is really frustrating. I'm really frustrated, my lord. I need to be very honest with the court. Each time I'm saying something.
Start from the beginning,
court
sir.
interjects.
Can you just address the issue?
And I'm sorry, my lord. I'm sorry. I think I must mention this without any fear of reprisal.
Yes.
I'm taking a very dim view on being treated like a child.
Yes, fine.
Yes.
Fine.
I'm taking a very dim
Fine.
view on that. Yes. I am saying, on the 7th, on the 5th, I came here and I told the court that we have requested the records, the AVL records of the Red Golf. But then we were told that the Red Golf was not fitted with an AVL gadget. Having had that information, we then said no, because at all times, apparently the version is at all times, the on the arrest of accused number 1, and I'm not even referring to accused number 2. On the arrest of accused number 1, Mr. Buthelezi has been working with Sergeant Mokgoatlheng. We then would request the motor vehicle record, that's now the movement of the vehicle that was driving by Mr. Buthelezi.
Which motor vehicle?
I don't know what it is, my lord.
I see.
Yes. And then I put that on record on the 5th. And then on the 7th of May, I dropped the state an email. Unfortunately, I've not received a response up to now. Neither an acknowledgement of my an acknowledgement of receipt of such email. Information that we received lately was a statement, I think, from the vehicle manager, stating that the Red Golf was not fitted with an AVL. We had passed that bridge. There was also I think a mention of a Mercedes-Benz that was allegedly used by Brigadier Kininda.
Mercedes-Benz?
I think a white BMW, yes, a white BMW. Then that we did not request a record of. So, and I also mentioned that record, that the movement of that motor vehicle that was used by Mr. Buthelezi is central to my cross-examination of this witness here. Without
for how
which,
many years? Yeah, just tell me, for how many years or months do you want the vehicle to provide you with the records? Maybe he's used it for 2 years or 3 years. Do you want all the records for the whole period?
No,
because you're not stipulating the dates on which you are saying you want them.
I've specifically indicated, my lord, that relates to the day on which accused number 1 was arrested.
On the 30th?
Which is the 30th of May,
right?
2014. Yes.
2014, fine. That is Buthelezi's motor vehicle.
Yes. On the email, my lord, the email that I dropped to the state, I did not only refer to Buthelezi's vehicle, because Buthelezi was also in the company of other metropolises that are also mentioned in their name. But key to that is the fact that I'm now at the point where that AVL record will become relevant in my cross-examination of this witness here. Thank you.
The AVL of Buthelezi.
Yes, the AVL of the motor vehicle that would have been driven by Mr. Buthelezi and all the metro police who accompanied them in the arrest of Mr. Sibiya.
Do you have the names of the metro police?
I furnished them to the state.
Oh, you did? Okay,
yes,
fine.
I furnished them to the state. Yes.
Mr.
Kade yasho khona njalo ke ummelweni
Okay,
ukuthi
sorry. Yeah.
kade yasho my approach is my lord. Kade yasho njalo khona ke ummelweni ukuthi kunencwadi kade ayibhalile ngelanga la nge7 la bekabhala khona ke hlangothi le lakambuso noma mhlawumbe abeshushisa wakhona ke le nkantolo ekuthizeni athuleke ama-tracker wemoto noma mhlawumbe ama-tracking record wemoto kade eshayela komnumzana uButhelezi osebenza ngaphansi kwesikhumulo se-Metropolis ke lapho ke futhi namaphoyisa la kade amphelekeza ngesikhathi lesi kade behamba koboshwa ke umnumzana wokuqala noma kumsola wokuqala ngoba athi-ke lolo daba lolo ke lokuthi umuntu kade hamba kuphi ngesikhathi sini ke lapho ke athi lubalulekile kakhulu ke kena mayelana nodaba lwecala lakhe noma nodaba lokuthi yena abuze ke imibuzo kufakazi okhona ke la ngaphambi kwinkosi yenkantolo.
Yes, Mr. Bandoi.
As a court, please, my lord. Regarding the request for AVL records for the red Golf used by Constable Buthelezi, my lord will recall that on the 5th of May, when the request was made, we adjourned and we had discussions with Adv Mnisi, and as he correctly points out, we gave him extracts of the evidence of Mr. Dupree, the service provider to the police, wherein he gives registration numbers of the vehicles that were fitted with AVL and those that were not fitted with AVL.
Can I have that record? Do you have it? I want to have it.
My colleague will print that.
So this gentleman gave all the numbers
Yes,
used by the police.
Yes, he gave the registration numbers of the vehicles that were fitted with AVLs.
Sorry, is it for all the unit? On the
Yes.
the units, all of them?
Yes.
Even those which were not utilized?
Well, the ones that were requested, there were certain records of AVL records that were requested.
Which ones are those?
And it's the Fortuner,
so the Fortuner, has it been supplied to that AVL? Because the Dupree, I remember, gave evidence in connection therewith.
Yes. No, the Fortuner is fitted with AVL.
Yeah, fine.
Those were supplied. I think they asked for the additional AVL for the day after the pointings out, the 6th of June.
Right.
That were furnished to them, I think almost on the same day or the following day. And I'm surprised when my colleague says that there was not even an acknowledgement of receipt. We acknowledged receipt.
But did you acknowledge receipt of that letter?
Yes, as
because
far
I'm
as
told that
yes.
that letter has not been acknowledged.
Yes, as far as I remember, we did acknowledge receipt.
Do you have a copy there, sir?
I'll have a look now.
I need that acknowledgement.
In the emails. I'm now taking from the top of my head, from my memory. But we did send them the AVL records for the Fortuner for the 6th of June. As I say, almost I think the next day. And we indicated to them, my lord, both I think here at court, and as I indicated, we also gave them extracts of the evidence of Mr. Dupree that the red Golf was not fitted with AVL. And I told Advocate Mnisi, we cannot give that which we don't have. The vehicle was simply not fitted with AVL. So we don't have, such records, my lord.
What else? The Buthelezi motor vehicle?
That is the red Golf, my lord.
Yeah, is that the red Golf?
Yes.
Which was used in the apprehension of.
Yes. Buthelezi.
Kade aphendula khona ke njalo kumshushiso omkhulu la enkantolo manodaba lo kade uMiloni alikhulumile ngakho ukuthi ngelanga la nge5 zaka May ngesikhathi kade belana ke enkantolo athi bakhuluma malana nodaba lo lokho noma mhlambe balidikita ke udaba lo lokuthi ke isicelo malana nesicelo saka Milweni lesikade asicelile sokuthi zena athuleke malana nokushicelelwa kwemoto mhlawumbe ama record wemoto ke athi khona ke lapho ke kade bebhalile khona malana nodaba lama registration number wemoto ke ekade zikhona ke ngaphansi kwenkampani ka AVL lezi kade zine-tracker yakhona-ke kepha uyasho khona njalo ukuthi mayelana nodaba lwemoto-ke ukhulumile futhi ukuthi imoto kade kuyifortuna iyona kade ikhona-ke mayelana-ke iyona kade ine-tracker-ke eqhamuka ku-AVL company yalapho-ke futhi washo khona njalo ukuthi-ke futhi yona-ke imoto kade isetshenzisiwe mayelana ngesikhathi kade kuboshwa-ke umsola wokuqala imoto i-red golf-ke lapho-ke noma igolofu enombala obomvu-ke lapho-ke kuwukuthi nakade ingenayo-ke lapho-ke i-AVL tracker.
Right?
Advocate Mnisi has said that the red Golf is central to their defense.
Yeah, fine.
Yes, so that is the car that was being used on the 30th of May.
Right.
By both Sergeant Mokgoatlheng and Buthelezi.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, but is
Yes,
it fitted with an AVL?
No, it's not. It's
You know what?
Uyasho khona njalo ukuthi-ke imoto lena-ke kade inombala-ke obomvu-ke lapho-ke kuyigolofu lelo-ke kuwukuthi kade ingenayo-ke i-tracker yalapho kule nkampani kwa-AVL futhi kade kuyimoto besetshenziswa-ke uSergeant Mokgoatlheng futhi nomnumzana-ke uButhelezi.
Just tell me, Dupree, is he still managing that firm?
yes.
Is that so?
Yes.
Dupree, ne?
Yes.
And the South African police tender is still operational.
Yes.
It starts from when? You may not know.
Yeah. Well,
But just listen to me. Concerning all the vehicles which were utilized
by the
in
court.
this case,
Yes.
I want Mr. Dupree, I'll make an order to call him here. He must bring all the records of all the vehicles used by the police.
I suppose there's a cold case unit.
That's it, yeah.
Yes.
Cold case, all of them, irrespective of the time they started, as long as they have a contract with a unit of the police and they have fitted and or not fitted AVL systems.
Kade isho-ke khona njalo inkosi enkantolo ukuthi malana nomnumzana-ke uDupree ngabe usasebenza la baqasha khona-ke imoto ohlangothile zombuso-ke noma abantu bezesiphoyisa athi umshushisi yebo khona-ke kunjalo bese inkosi enkantolo ithi izobhala-ke incwadi yokuthi-ke imcele ukuthi eze ngaphambi inkosi enkantolo-ke ephethe konke lokho okukhuluma mayelana nodaba lwemoto lezi kade beqashile-ke abezesiphoyisa beqashile inkampani esebenza kuyona-ke ukuthi eze lapha ngaphambi kwinkosi enkantolo-ke isalethe ufakazi bakhe-ke mayelana nodaba lwemoto lezi noma mayelana nodaba lama-tracker wemoto.
And also, you remember the unit of Jonathan was disbanded.
Yes, the SWAT.
Hello?
The SWAT unit.
Yeah. The SWATs. Who's in charge of them? We also want the contract, if at all, they are there, of all those vehicles which they were utilizing during the apprehension of all the accused. They must come with all the contracts and the registration numbers.
Yes, the court will recall that
Yeah.
Mr. Singh testified.
Yeah, that's why I know. So you can call Mr. Singh, so that evidence must be adduced by him.
The portions that were referring to, my lord, of Mr. Dupree's evidence is found on page 3 of the proceedings of 24 November 2023 and page 4.
Of the same date, 24 November.
Yes, of 24 November 2023.
Okay. So the allegation or the evidence as it goes, it was put by Mr. Mngomezulu that all the officers of the SWAT were in that small garage when allegedly accused number 2 was being assaulted. You remember that evidence?
Yes.
And then Mr. Mngomezulu says it was a group of SWATs plus a group of other police, or the South African police. I can remember the evidence concerned, it was Buthelezi, was in a car which is an Alfa Romeo which was driven by Jonathan. Yes. And he was inside at the back seat and pressing the seat against the knees of accused number 2. You remember that evidence?
Yes.
Ring even that Juliana called, is it an Alfa Romeo, if I remember?
Yes.
It was his car. But it was a car driven by Jonathan.
Yes,
and Jonathan was with Buthelezi, allegedly.
I think it was said it was a Golf as well.
Yeah, fine. Even a Golf. Yeah, Golf. It was a Golf, the one they were pressing.
Yes.
His knees against in the back seat. Which other evidence concerns the vehicles?
Yes, we just wanted to quickly refer with the permission of the court, what Dupree has said
Yeah,
regarding the vehicles.
okay.
On page
24.
3, on page 3,
Yeah,
24 November 2023, line 13, we let him as follows. That is fine. You have already mentioned that location, Mr. Dupree. Just finally, over and above this particular vehicle, that is another Fortuner, that you've been testifying about, the Toyota Fortuner, did you receive any further requests from the police regarding other vehicles? That is now those fitted with AVLs. As to whether they were fitted with AVLs.
all right.
Then he says, there were requests, my lord, for other vehicles, excluding this particular vehicle in question. There was a request for 4 other vehicles to be supplied with AVL reports, my lord, but these vehicles were not fitted with AVL. I can reference the registration numbers if it will please the court.
Yeah, just mention that.
Yes, then
Their
he-
own record of
Yes, then he
registration numbers.
says it's HP 39KB,
39 KB.
yes, GP,
Yeah,
with police registration BVK 358B.
right,
That is the red Golf in
Question.
question.
right.
I think there is the registration number is given here on record. One digit is incorrect. I'll just establish now which one is incorrect. Then the second vehicle is FK31MMGP. Police registration BTR 592B. The next vehicle BW01ZRGP with police registration BSR 619B, and the last vehicle being DZ30BRGP, police registration BTS 979B, my lord. Then we then ask him, are the makes of the vehicle available? Mr. Dupree, my lord, I do not have that make and models of those vehicles. That's,
But I want you to call him, okay? He must still come, so that we get it from him also, the second time.
as a court, but I think Brigadier Gininda can also maybe be of,
Yeah, fine.
of assistance
If he can assist us, fine.
as far as that is concerned.
And which other vehicles were involved?
Well, from the Metropolis side, my lord, we just have to, we know of the Golf, we just have to establish as to which other vehicles, according to the evidence, were used.
So Mr. Singh is still a police officer, is that not so?
Yeah, he's in the service of Ekurhuleni Metro.
Ekurhuleni Metro, ne?
Yes, he has testified.
Yeah. No, but you see, all the vehicles which were used to transport these gentlemen, this court wants their status as to whether they have AVL. But you must bring the registration documents of all those vehicles. The registration, particularly those of the Metro squads. Remember when they went to the offices of Mrs. Kronje?
Yes.
That's it.
As a court, please.
As it is the court, my lord, may I just correct some few misconceptions which have been said here. Advocate Baloyi says that Mr. Buthelezi from Ekurhuleni Metro and Sergeant Mokgoatlheng were using the red Golf together. The two of them were using a red Golf. That is not correct, my lord. Remember, Sergeant Mokgoatlheng said, or actually both of them said, on account of the fact Buthelezi was requested to come as a backup to back up Sergeant Mokgoatlheng. And then they came from their offices as a backup to come and assist Sergeant Mokgoatlheng. How could they then have used the same vehicle? It strikes me very strange.
Yeah, but the evidence is, the evidence I listened to
Yes.
is that there were 7 police persons, according to your client. 7. When he was arrested.
Yes.
At
Tembisa, yes.
next to the hostel. 7.
Yes.
I don't know, is it correct that 7 police?
Yes, indeed, my lord, and that he was taken to another location, municipality.
Yeah, we
area.
need the AVLs, even of those vehicles. All the vehicles which are involved in this case, we have to have the AVLs. So that
Thank
I'm
you,
not
my
late
lord.
or
Thank you.
whatever.
There's a court, please.
Thank you.
What other vehicles were there? The ones that went to Freedom Park in Rustenburg, remember? Keninda, Brigadier, he was with Buthelezi and Mokgoatlheng.
Yes.
Is that not so?
But that was the Fortuner, and
Yeah, fine.
that evidence is on record.
So they were using a Fortuner, but Mokhani was there also, remember?
Yes.
He used a BMW, which is white.
No, Mokhani was the driver of the Fortuner.
Oh, she drove the Fortuner.
Yes.
So there was only one vehicle that went there.
Yes, and
I'm
I
not
think
counting the one of
Yes.
the Brigadier.
Yes. I think the BMW was the white BMW.
That went to,
Yes, was there as
to
well.
Freedom Park. We need the AVL of that too, okay? And who was the driver? So that you must be able to get the registration numbers. Because I hear that police vehicles are requisitioned for particular exigencies, and when you requisition it, you write the name of the driver, the mileage, and you also the destination. Is that not so?
Indeed, my lord, but if I can perhaps, my lord, have an indulgence to assist. From our side, my lord, when we received this request, what I've subsequently then responded to recently was to provide, or rather to obtain the records of the Toyota Fortune again for the second time. And when I say the record, I'm referring to the registration paper, the copy of the Toyota Fortuner, which indicates that the vehicle belongs to the police and that the vehicle is currently under the cold case unit. It also indicates, there's also a report that indicates when it was allocated to the cold case unit and where it comes from.
Right.
There is also a statement from the fleet manager that is accountable for that vehicle. That is now insofar as the Toyota Fortuner, and it places the said vehicle in the care of the cold case unit when accused number 2 in particular was arrested and transported, as well as accused number 1. So during that period, we were in possession of that vehicle, and that vehicle was indeed fitted with tracker, and the tracker record have also been obtained. So that's the first part.
But have they been handed up to the court, or?
They have been handed up to the court, and the tracker, Mr. Dupree, came to testify about that Fortuner on the previous occasion. He covered the period. The only part that was requested extra, which was part of the disclosure that we made, is the date of the 6th, as rightfully so Advocate Balo is saying. But it was part of the disclosure because we applied for the whole month, not for just those specific days, my lord.
So that was handed over to the defense?
Indeed, my lord.
Even the affidavits that Brigadier Gninda is referring to, those were also handed to the defense.
All right.
Kade isho khona njalo inkosi enkantolo ekuthizeni ke uma ngaba ingaze iqhamuke nesumbulo malana nalo daba lolu kuukuthi ke bonkana labantu laba kade behola noma kade bengaphansi noma kade imoto zingaphansi kwabo noma kade kuyibo kade bekhipha ke imoto kuukuthi babizwe futhi ngaphambi konkusenkantolo babekhona ke mayelana nodaba lweimoto zonkana lezi kade abezesiphoyisa besebenzisa ngesikhathi lesikade boshwa ke abasolwa ke futhi nonkana ngesikhathi beniboshwa ngaso ke ukuthi zonke lezo moto lezo ke ama registration number khona ke futhi abekhona ngaphambi kwenkantolo futhi labantu kade bekhipha ke imoto ukuthi nababe khona ke bathi ufakazi babo futhi ukuthi iziphi imoto ezinama tracker nokuthi iziphi imoto ezinama tracker ke lapho ke bese washo khona njalo ukuthi nale moto ade besebenzisile ngesikhathi kade beya lapho ke lokozana eFreedom Park Rustenburg nakuthi ukuthi nayo i-tracker yakhona ke bayilethe ngaphambi konkusenkantolo ke noma ufakazi be-tracker yakhona ke bube khona ke lapho ke bathi umuntu osebenza malana nalo daba lo ke umnomzana ke uDipri ke loyo ke uyasho futhi ufakazi ukuthi yena ke lapho ke uma ngaba ekhuluma ngodaba lemoto ekuyitoyita fortuna ke lapho ke ukuthi ufakazi bama-tracker ke bemoto leyo kukuthi sele bukhona ngaphambi konkusenkantolo futhi wabuletha ke futhi buhambisana ke nama-affidavit.
Now, my lord, insofar as accused number 1, when he was arrested, Sergeant Mokgoatlheng was using the red Golf, and I think that is the first registration that Advocate Baloyi read from the evidence of Mr. Dupree, the registration that starts with HP. Now, upon the request that we should provide tracker records for the Fortuna, then when we're busy with that evidence, same was done for the red Golf.
The red Golf and
the response. Yes, and the response insofar as the red Golf was that it was not fitted with the tracker, and that is the evidence that.
Do you have it in black and white, sir?
We have it in black and white, my lord.
Did
it
you
wasn't.
Supply it to the state?
Yes. They
Mr.
responded.
Did you hand it over?
Yes. Well, Mr. Dupree testified.
I know he testified, but was
Yes.
it handed up? Or he just testified about it?
Yeah, he just
It
testified
wasn't handed
about
up?
it. No.
He must come with a copy of that. Okay.
athi-ke malana nodaba ke le moto kade setshenziswa ke uSergeant Mokgoatlheng ngesikhathi kade kuboshwa ke umsola wokuqala imoto ke ekuyigolufu enombala ke obomvu ke lolo ke enenombolo lezi zenumber plate noma mhlambe i-registration number yayo eqala ngo-HP 39 KPGP kuukuthi imoto le kade yona ke ingenayo ke tracker ke yona ke futhi athi ufakazi khona ke incwadi le abayiletha ke kade siyenza isiqiniseko noma kade iqinisekisa lokho ke ukuthi imoto kade ingenayo ke tracker ke futhi ngosenkantolo yabuza ukuthi ngabe mhlambe le ncwadi bayiletha ngaphambi konkusenkantolo athi umshushisi chaba kaze bayilethe kepha wakhuluma nje ngayo.
Now, on the Golf, my lord, the same exercise was done. The fleet manager disposed an affidavit which contains the registration paper, the copy of the registration paper of the car, which shows that the car belongs to the South African Police and is currently allocated to the cold case unit under my office. It also indicates that during the period when accused number 1 was arrested, that vehicle was utilized by my section, my lord.
uyasho khona ukuthi kukhona ke labaqasha khona ke imoto mhlawumbe laba babanika khona ke imoto ukuthi umuntu akhona noma i-department lelo babiza ukuthi i-fleet management noma i-fleet department athi khona ke ngesikhathi kade besenza ucwaningo noma ngesikhathi babaletha ke ulwazi malana nodaba lwemoto kuyifushuna ke lapho ke nodaba lwemoto kade ku-red kuyigolufu yemoto ke nombala ubomvu kuukuthi udaba lolo nalo futhi benza kanjalo ke bese wabhala ke ukuthi imoto kade ingenayo ke tracker kepha ke imoto kade isetshenziswa abezesiphoyisa ngesikhathi besesha icala leli futhi yona moto leyo yona moto kade isetshenzisiwe ngesikhathi kade kuboshwa ke umsola wokuqala.
The affidavit, my lord, of the fleet manager was also handed to the defense, as well as extracts from the e-notice regarding the registration of the red Golf.
So it was just discovery. It wasn't handed up through evidence.
No. It was requested, the information was requested recently, and it was then given to the...
Yeah, I need a copy of that because... And tell me, in Rustenburg, you remember there was evidence that there were charges of dealing in drugs or whatever.
Yes.
That the court is what, Tlhabane or Phokeng?
It's Phokeng.
It's Mohani who was driving then, eh?
Correct, ma'am.
Yes.
We need records of that trip. I need records of the trips. If a car has trip, even I'm going to also need even the motor vehicles which were taking all these accused persons to their various incarceration in jail. For instance, to Valeria, to Moda B. It's not Moda B. Yeah, Moda B. Remember, there was evidence about accused number 2, I think, being taken to Moda B after laying a complaint of
Yes.
being assaulted.
Yes, my lord.
We need the records of the driver. Who was the driver then?
Sergeant Mokgoatlheng was mostly
Right.
leading
We
that
need the records of the
investigation.
date and the driver and the mileage.
Ebesiyasho khona njalo inkosi enkantolo ukuthi futhi uzofuna ke ama-record wemoto ade esetshenzisiwe ngesikhathi ade besibemuka besiya lapha eRustenburg beyosesha eqala noma ngesikhathi kade kutholakala khona-ke mhlawumbe kade khona-ke indaba noma zokuthi-ke kade khona kudayiswa kwedakamizwa mhlawumbe khona umuntu otholakala enedakamizwa lapho-ke ukuthi wadinga-ke ama-tracker noma mhlawumbe-ke ucwaningo lwemoto lelanga lelo-ke futhi iy'moto zonkana lezi kade zigibeze abasolwa ngesikhathi babamikisa-ke kumajele futhi nabashayeli bezo moto lezo-ke futhi ngesikhathi la umswala wesibili akade akhala khona ke noshayiwe bese bamkhipha kujele elithize bese bamnikisa kujele elithize-ke athi nalo tracker record leyo uyayidinga-ke la ngaphambi kwenkantolo ukuthi ayithole ukuthi imoto kade ishayelwa ubani futhi kade ihamba amakhilomitha amangaki.
So the Rustenburg case was finalized, is that not so?
Yes, it was finalized, my lord, and I may add that the vehicle that was used by Sergeant Mokgoatlheng is the same Toyota Fortuner which we've disclosed that Mr. Dupré came to testify about. The tracker record which covers that date when the vehicle went to Bukeng, because that day when the vehicle went to Rustenburg, it's the same day which was relevant when the confession was taken in Moroka. Subsequent to Moroka, they went to Fosoras Court, and then from court in the evening, that's when they went to Bukeng. So it is the same Toyota Fortuner where the tracker record has been disclosed, and Mr. Dupré, I think, came to deal with that evidence, my lord.
Athi-ke ufakazi imoto kade isetshenzisiwe lapho-ke imoto ku-Toyota Fortuner kade isetshenziswa ngelanga lekade beya lapho-ke eRustenburg eBooking futhi athi qala khona-ke baliqeda-ke lapho-ke futhi imoto beyaphinda yabuya yasetshenziswa ngalo lelo langa lelo-ke ngesikhathi umsolwa kade ehamba ekwenza kudaba lakho le-confession.
And we also need the records. Is it the 30th when accused number 2 went to court in Boksburg, when allegedly you, after arranging with the commissioner of oaths regarding the alleged confession.
Or the 19th, most of them.
Was it?
The 19th. The
Yeah.
19th of
You
June.
remember there's evidence that he was fetched from Villaria.
Yes.
Is that not so, sir?
Yes, he was,
Villaria, and then they were accompanied by the escorts
yeah.
of Jonathan
The
and
metro-
Buthelezi.
yes, yes.
We need a record of all those cars which went to Villaria and ended up being directed by the brigadier that they should first go to Moroka police station for the alleged
confession.
confession. And thereafter they went to Boksburg court when that prosecutor refused to place the matter on the record, on the roll. Okay.
Fosoras.
We need a record of all that traveling also.
Yes, the Toyota Fortuner was used,
Yeah, fine.
driven
Now
by
it's-
Mokhani, and that evidence is already on record. We'll just try to get records of the other vehicles of
Yeah, but it was a squad of
Ekurhuleni.
SWAT vehicles.
Yes, but
Because Buthelezi says the person who went into the police station was Jonathan.
yes,
They loitered around in the park after directing the traffic. You remember that's
Yes.
the evidence Buthelezi gives.
yes, but the evidence is that from the police station,
Yeah.
it was only the Fortuner. The other vehicles joined along.
Yeah,
On-
fine,
on the
fine.
freeway.
You'll notarize the kilometers.
Yes.
To say from Moroka police station to Boksburg police station is 120 kilometers or whatever. Are you with me, sir?
Yes,
Because you've got records of the traveling of the motor vehicles concerned. Right? And you remember after Rustenburg they went to Primrose when they had to go and drop somebody. Which vehicles were used?
the accused, when the accused was detained at Primrose, it
Primrose,
was
yeah.
again the Fortuner.
From Bukeng,
Okay, yes.
right? Which other traveling do I forget?
notified the 24th of June as well, when they went to Boxwell Magistrates Court for accused number 2, because we were told that on that day, the Toyota Fortuner was at the garage, and Brigadier Ginida testifies that Perret, accused number 2, was taken by a Nissan hardbody that was driven by Mabena.
Yeah.
So we want the details of that Nissan hardbody, and as well as the bevy of EMPD officers that accompanied accused number 2 to the magistrate.
Yeah, fine, yeah. Do you have it there?
But as far as we have it, I think the Nissan hardboard was involved in an accident and it's written off, subject to confirmation.
Where is, no, you bring the documents. When it's written off, you must bring the documents to say it's written off.
Yes.
And if you have photos of the crash or the accident, as you would normally have, is that not so?
So, my lord, yes, that is correct, my lord.
Yeah.
We do have the photos, and I can indicate, my lord, that I did follow that up, and there was a statement from a general of crime intelligence which indeed confirmed that the vehicle was not fitted with tracker for covert reasons, and
Yeah, fine.
that statement was disclosed time back when we were dealing with
You
the trial.
disclosed it to the defense.
Yes, my lord.
And the photos, did you disclose
The
them?
photos, no, we didn't
You
disclose
must,
the
you
photos.
must do so, because maybe you're talking about a phantom vehicle.
Okay, my lord.
The other trip that I can think of
Yeah.
is the trip to Palm Beach on the 31st of May, when they went to the house of Mr. Lionel.
Oh yeah,
Smith,
the gentleman
the traditional healer.
who the evidence is that they never went there. Police went there, not
Yes.
them. You remember that evidence?
Yes.
Yeah. It's 2 houses, even the house in Dobsonville.
Yes, where they started.
Yeah, they
before
started there.
Before they proceeded.
We need a record of that trip also. Remember the evidence about the trip to Dobsonville?
At the trip of the 22nd of June, when accused number 2 was also escorted by Metropolis officers Mohani Mabena for the appearance in Karali Court.
Yeah, fine. So they traveled twice, eh?
My Lord, I haven't done addressing the court when I stood up on the point of correcting some misconceptions. Basically, this whole thing started when I stood up and made and wanted to inform the court about what is happening. Number one, the record of the Red Golf. It's true that we requested it, but we were informed that the Red Golf was not fitted with an AVL. That we accepted. We also requested the record of the Toyota Fortuner for the 6th of June. It was furnished to us. That we accept. We were also informed that according to the evidence of Mr. Dupree, there are certain vehicles which were not fitted with AVLs, and that is on record. But we also have his affidavit. That we also accepted. But subsequent to that information, which we accepted, we then said, okay, no, it's fine. Because the police were not working alone in this exercise. I then requested the movement records of the motor vehicles from the Eguruleni Metro, who were accompanying the police on the 31st, on the 30th, the day on which Mr. Sibiya was arrested. And I've told the court that on the 7th, I dropped an email to the state, to which I received no response. And Advocate Baloyi is saying, he is surprised that I am saying the court that they did not respond. Let me read the email, my lord, that I dropped to the state. It is dated the 7th of May 2025 at 12:35 p.m. The subject of that email is rare AVL record of the red VW Golf vehicle. This was basically a follow-up to the request on the red Golf vehicle, but that we have acknowledged. But this is the content of the email. It says, "Good morning, dear colleagues. Because the red Golf vehicle that was used by Sergeant Mokgoatlheng during the arrest of accused number 1, Mr. Sibia, was not fitted with an AVL, we would request that we be assisted with the AVL records of the vehicles which were used by the following state officials who were also present in his arrest. Number 1, Jabulani Buthelezi. Number 2, there's a metro police known as Bongani. Number 3, there's Ngamani. Number 4, there's Monareng. Number 5, there's Mapumulo. Then I say, we reserve the right to request further information should the need arise. Kind regards. That is the email that I'm referring to, that up to today, I have not received any response from the state with regard to the development of this request. I'm not referring to the Red Golf or the Toyota Fortuna. We have passed that stage because they told us that the Red Golf does not have a record. That is just the misconception that I wanted to correct, man.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did you respond to the email?
It's unfortunate, my lord, with this tit for tat. I don't think that should happen between council. But anyway, if we have to go that route, on the 7th of May at 12:48, we wrote the following to Advocate Mnisi. Dear Advocate Mnisi, your request has been noted. We will establish what the position is and revert. And here, Advocate Mnisi is sitting.
So you responded
and saying
to
that
an
we,
email?
Yes, saying that
because
we
it says you never responded.
We didn't respond, you know. But as I say, really, we don't want to go that route, my lord. I think if Advocate Mnisi requests postponement for information, then you know he should just say so, you know, instead of. And as I say, we don't really want to throw mud at each other. And regarding the use of the red vehicle, which Advocate Mnisi says he wants to correct, if one looks at the record of the 20th of November 2023, page 22 to 23, there after the arrest of accused number 1, both Mokgoatlheng and Buthelezi were using the Golf. But as I say, my lord, we really don't want to go down that route.
Yeah, Mr. Mnisi has forgotten the car which was driven by
Yes.
Jonathan. What's his surname? Jonathan? Brigadier Zininda. The Metro cop.
I only
Jonathan.
know the name Jonathan, my lord.
And then there's another one. Wait.
It is his surname, my lord.
Which surname is
Jonathan.
that?
Jonathan is the surname.
Okay, what's his first name?
His actual colleague is just behind me. That's why I'm looking behind me.
Okay, so what's his first name?
No, he doesn't remember his first name, but his surname
Is
is
he
Jonathan.
still alive, this chap?
Yes.
Can you phone? I'll give you time. Phone him, ask for his first name. Because there was allegations that he also beat up one of the accused at Moroka police station. And Jonathan is said to have been the leader when they were beating up accused number 2, I think, before he was taken to the kennel. Raputi. Is it Raputi? Rapadi. Yeah, before Rapadi, before he was taken into the office of Rapadi, or an enclosure, which is encased by meshed wire. He was beaten up, amongst others, by Jonathan. That is the evidence. And all those who were escorting him on the convoy, who took him from Villeria, I think.
Yes.
To go and make
Pretoria, somewhere there.
Pretoria, yeah, Villeria police station, whatever. To go and make a statement or a confession or whatever. After being beaten up, according to the evidence of the state, the defense evidence is that he never went into the office to sit and be consulted about writing a confession. He was just told to sign. If you don't want them to beat you up again, just sign. And then they were taken to Hobbsbeck. You recall that evidence?
As much as I was not there, my lord, I do know that he was taken to court on that day to place him, and that's
so
when the matter was not
this court needs all those, the names of all those officers of the SWAT squad.
SWAT, yes.
All right?
Yes, my lord.
The name of Jonathan is Constable Wendell Logan Jonathan.
Yeah, who's that? Jonathan?
It's Wendell, W-E-N-D-A-L,
Yeah.
Wendell, Logan, L-O-G-A-N. These are two names, Wendell, Logan, Jonathan.
Yeah. It is alleged that he also participated in the beating up of accused number 2 when they were in the field there, where there are still poles. You remember that evidence?
Yes.
I
And
remember it was
Jonathan is
put to me,
supposed to have
my
been
lord.
there. So the car he was using, we need its registration number and its mileage number. Okay.
I understand, my lord. But in addition to that, my lord, perhaps to assist, it was also put to me
I know.
by the late Mr. Mngomezulu that I came in a white Golf where I was seated and
White BMW.
a white BMW, sorry, my apologies, a white BMW that they allege I was using. Now, subsequent to that, my lord, I need just to add this, that I've also embarked on the same exercise of getting the record for the said car, the state, the Golf, the BMW.
The Golf, okay. The
No,
BMW, the white
BMW.
one.
Yes, because at that time, in my response to the allegation that was put to me, I said it is not correct because that vehicle was not utilized by us at that stage.
Yeah.
Now, in addressing that exercise, we went to the fleet manager. We've obtained records that shows that in 2020, in June in particular, that vehicle was not in possession of the police. It was only allocated to the police in July. So I've obtained the registration document of the white BMW, the statement from the fleet manager of the police, and they print out the record that shows that in June 2020, when it's been alleged that I was sitting in that car was with the dealership, with BMW, and then only the following month was it then bought by the South African police, and subsequently, months later, then given to the cold case unit.
Okay, so you've given the defense.
Yes, it's part of this
Because
disclosure.
also there's allegations that you sat on the boot
It is that
of the
vehicle.
vehicle.
Yes, it is that vehicle.
When you were witnessing the beating up of the accused here.
Indeed, my lord.
Is that the same car?
It is the same car that was
Okay.
not in possession of the police in June, my lord. It was not even bought by the police. It was sitting at BMW as the vehicle belonging to BMW.
And then there's evidence that Mr. Rapadu, he was allegedly collected from Baragwanath Hospital. You remember that?
Yes.
Said bye-bye to the wife and the daughter.
Yes.
And then he went into the house, the car which was being driven by
Mukhani.
Mohan. Which car is that? We want
It's a
records.
Toyota Fortuner.
Yeah, we want
Yes.
records for that car.
Yes, but those
Which other trip
records,
are we leaving out?
those records are already on
Yeah, but
record. Yeah, but just to revisit one aspect, and as I say, my lord, we do so reluctantly. We don't want to cast suspicions.
No, that's-
But on the 7th of May, regarding this lack of the allegation that we did not acknowledge receipt, on 7 May 2025, 1:45 p.m., Advocate Mnisi responds to our earlier email. He says, "Thank you, I appreciate your help." This after we've sent him an email on the same day, 17 May, 12:49, saying, "Dear Advocate Mnisi, your request has been noted. We'll establish what the position is and revert." He then responds and says, "Thank you, I appreciate your help." And all counsel here were copied.
So you did respond, in other words, for that letter of the 7th of May. The email of the 7th of May, you responded.
Yes.
And according to you, Advocate Mnisi also
Yes.
thanked you.
Yes, he said,
So there was
"Thank you, I
three-way
appreciate-"
communication between
Yes.
the two of you.
Here it is.
Because he says never happened.
Kade isho futhi inkosi enkantolo ukuthi yacela-ke ukuthi mayelana nodaba lonke-ke uqukethe mayelana nodaba lwemoto noma ama-tracker wemoto zonke kade zisetshenziswa bezesiphoyisa futhi naliqembu leli wathi i-SWAT futhi iqembu le-Metropolis ukuthi wonkana ama-tracking record wakhona-ke abekhona-ke la ngaphambi kwenkantolo-ke futhi kunomlisa uthizini bakhuluma ngegama lakhe ukuthi uJonathan Windel lokuthi kade akhona-ke ngesikhathi kade kuhanjwa nomsolo wesibili-ke bese bafika bama ngemoto esigangeni endaweni ethizini la kade kwisiganga khona-ke bese kwashaya khona-ke umsolo wesibili lapho-ke bese wathi khona kwafika umnumzana uBhekade Gininda ngesikhathi bekafika lapho-ke bese wakhala phezu kwebhuthi yemoto kade bathi i-BMW imoto yakhona-ke enombala omhlophe ngesikhathi bekushaya umsolo wesibili lapho-ke yena kade akhona-ke futhi abhekile abukile nje kuphela bese ubaba umnumzana uBhekade Gininda wakulungisa-ke lokho wathi yena-ke into ayenzile-ke ukuthi abhaleleke umnumzana obaphethe mhlawumbe umnumzana uphethe imoto lapha ngaphansi kwezesiphoyisa-ke acele ama-tracking record wemoto leyo-ke kepha uqhamukile kuwukuthi ngenyanga kaJuni-ke ngomnyaka ka-2020-ke kade imoto leyo ingekho ngaphansi kwezesiphoyisa kepha kade ilapha ku-dealership kulaba abadayisa-ke imoto-ke athi yena-ke imoto lapho esiphoyiseni bayithola ngenyanga kaJulayi ngesikhathi kade beqala kuthola-ke imoto wathi i-BMW emhlophe ngokumbala-ke bathi khona-ke umnumzana uthize lapho-ke ngesikhathi benabamlanda-ke elapha-ke ebhara eSoweto-ke bese wavalelisa-ke kumndeni wakhe-ke lapho-ke ngesikhathi beqeda uvalisa kumndeni wakhe wagibela ngaphakathi emotweni-ke bese bahamba-ke ngesikhathi bebehamba lapho-ke kula kwashaya khona-ke umswala wesibili uma ngabe ekhuluma khona njalo-ke bese inkosi enkantolo yasho khona njalo iyacela-ke ukuthi wonkana ama-tracking record imoto zonke lezi kade zisetshenzisiwe-ke ngesikhathi kade kuboshwe nina-ke banumzana futhi ngesikhathi kade benihambisa ngaso-ke futhi nodaba lwelo confession la khona umswala wenza confession khona-ke lapho-ke eMorocco bese ngemuva kwalokho bese bamnikisa-ke elokuzane eBosberg uyacela ukuthi i-tracker lemoto le ibe khona ngaphandle kwenkantolo noma ukushicilela kwe-tracker kwemoto kube khona ngaphandle kwenkantolo futhi kuveza ukuthi imoto ngabe ihambe ibanga elingangani lapho-ke usho ukuthi i-distance futhi ne-mileage yemoto ukuthi ngabe yaqala kuphi ukuhamba yaze yagcina kuphi-ke ukuhamba futhi uyasho khona njalo ubaba advocate Baloyi ukuthi ngesikhathi kade umnumzana Mnisi bekambhaleleke i-email ngelanga lange-7 zakaMeyi-ke ecela malana nodaba lolu uquketha udaba lwama-tracker lapho-ke athi yena-ke waphendula kuyena-ke ekuthizeni-ke bazozama ukuthi bamlekelele bese futhi u-advocate Mnisi wabuya futhi ngemuva kwalokho-ke naye wabonga kwincwadi kade ibhaliwe-ke noma kuhlelo lwe-email kade lubhaliwe lobhalwe umshushisi.
As it is a court, my lord, that could have been an oversight on my part. That was at a time when I was reading that 40,000 pages, my lord. But nonetheless, we also would be requesting the AVL record of the motor vehicle that was used by Constable Zungu when he drove from, I think he said he was driving from Binuni, from Tembisa to Joburg. Where they had the, no, it's not true. Oh yeah, where he ultimately landed at the place where there was a party, according to him, on the 26th of October 2014. We would also appreciate to be furnished with the record of, specifically said he was driving a Polo. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Polo Vivo would also love to get that record as well. Thank you, my lord.
Athi-ke futhi uyacela ukuthi atholeke futhi okushicilelwe phansi noma mhlawumbe irekhodi lemoto adeshela lapho uConstable Zungu-ke ngesikhathi athi bekaqhamuka ithembisa ehamba isiya lapho-ke lokozane eFosloras la kade khonakho umhlangano mhlawumbe kade khonakho imbiyozo yomndeni noma mhlawumbe ukujabula komndeni-ke lapho-ke athi nakadashela-ke imoto ekuyi-Polo Vivo ecela ukuthi konke-ke lokwerekhodi kwemoto mhlawumbe kwe-tracker kwe-AVL kube khona-ke kwale moto kaZungu ngomnyaka ka-2014 ngelanga lange-26 zaka-October.
Sorry, who allegedly took accused number 2 to Mother B? The time is alleged that he's assaulted. There was that police station. You remember the Kenelo gave evidence here about the regulations.
Oh, so it's Swanepoel, I think.
Yeah, Swanepoel. You remember?
Yes.
He was the station commander of which police station?
I think Silverton.
Silverton,
yes.
Right. At one stage, allegedly, accused number 2 was at Silverton. Is that not so?
That is correct.
And then he was transported. Ultimately, ends up at Mother B.
Correct, yeah, but with regard to this allegation of assault, my lord, it was accused number 1 who made that allegation in court that he was assaulted by Silverton detectives, and that led now me instructing Sergeant Mokgoatlheng to ask a statement from him,
And then he
which he
refused.
refused. Yes, and then subsequently was taken to Modabi prison from court.
Yeah, but which vehicle took him?
I think it should be Sergeant Mokgoatlheng.
Yeah, we need the registration numbers of that vehicle,
All right.
which took him from Silverton to court and to Modabi.
Okay, madam.
Bacala futhi ukuthi bekhona-ke irekhodi yemoto akade inikisa khona kumswalo wesibili lapho-ke uqhamuke esilwatheni kuyo ngesikhathi athina-ke selashaya khona-ke umnumzana okumsola uqala-ke lapho bese ngemuva kwalokho bese bamthatha bamnikisa-ke kejele lasemodabi.
Which other vehicles do you want to be disclosed? Mr. Ngumalo, even yourself, you must chip in into this discussion. Your client, where was he taken to allegedly? In which motor vehicle? After his arrest?
There was no transportation.
No transportation, are you sure,
No,
sir?
no. I think the most relevant one will be the one of Zungu.
Zungu.
Yes, the one that was raised by my colleague,
Right.
Mr. Ramsepet.
Yeah, Zungu's motor vehicle
VW Polo.
was supposed to have been in Tembisa court, knocked off, and then went to Carlton Center,
Yes,
and thereafter came to Basotho Hostel,
yes,
and thereafter allegedly gave accused number 1 a lift to drop him not far from the Basotho Hostel.
I know the evidence.
Okay.
And finally, my lord, also I think it was on the 22nd of June 2020, whereby from Kabari, I'm not sure the same vehicles were used from the magistrate's court.
Sorry, my lord.
Accused number 2.
And the hand from accused number 4.
No, let him finish first.
Yeah, and then accused number 2 was then taken to Dr. Tokwe for his oral examination.
Yeah, he was taken by Mokhani, I don't know. Is it Mokhani?
Yes, indeed. I think that request has already been made.
Yeah,
earlier on.
because
My lord, if I may approach it.
Sorry, my lord, may I approach Mr. Nto, the accused number 5?
yeah,
Thank
please
you.
do.
Thank you, madam.
Brigadier Ganina, the evidence was that you instructed, is it Sergeant Buthelezi and Munaring to take is it accused number 1 for a confession to Mbotlo?
Yes, it was specifically Sergeant Munaring.
Munaring.
From Ereton to Colonel Mboto in Diplo.
What vehicle did they use?
I'm not sure, but it was a Metropolis vehicle.
Yeah, that's it. We need that vehicle.
Okay, I'll find out, my lord.
Is he still alive, Munaring?
Yes, he is, my lord.
Please, let's ascertain which vehicle he used
Yes.
so that we get the registration numbers.
Okay, my lord, I'll do so.
Maybe also check, you can check with the Diplo police station whether in fact on the same date that vehicle was registered as having entered the police station precinct.
What I've done, my lord, in preparation of the trial within trial, insofar as the Kloof police station is concerned, I could only find the OB entry that was made by Colonel Mboto, confirming that he used one of the offices with accused number 1 when he took the confession. There was no registration, there was no documentation of cars, but only the presence of accused 1 and Colonel Mboto and the specific office that they've used. So that entry was...
But Monaring used a vehicle.
Yes, he used a vehicle, my lord.
So can we also have the particulars?
I will find out, my lord, yes.
What else do we need in the mode of transport?
I think if any other trips crop up, my colleagues are at liberty to send us the request. Now, the next question, my lord, is what happened to the proceedings?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to take time to gather all this
Yeah,
information.
quite.
There's one witness, my lord, that it's going to be a very short witness that we intend to call from the LPC. If it's fine with everyone, we can then next continue with this witness next week.
That witness?
Yes.
Yeah, fine. Is he a police officer?
No. He's an official administrator. He's a legal officer at LPC.
At?
LPC, the
LPC.
Legal Practice Council, yes.
So you want us to postpone this evidence to next week?
Yes.
Why?
On Monday. We can continue on Monday.
Is that so? Okay, fine, if you want to. Yes. Because it's just going to be short, this evidence.
Yes.
I imagine it should be.
Yes.
They won't tell us when he was born,
No, it's just...
whether they fed him with Malta Bella.
No. It's just regarding the correspondence that's already on record from the LPC.
Is he a practicing attorney?
Yes, he's an admitted attorney.
Practices. Just find out, because
Yeah.
we shouldn't waste people's time if the evidence is not contentious.
Well, we did try to get that admission, but
The admission wasn't made.
yes, so
Okay.
we will call him on.
Okay, fine. No, call him so that I can request him to come again. Is he here?
Yes, he'll be here on Monday. We
He will be on Monday. He's not here.
No, we thought we were going to be busy for the whole day.
Oh, okay, fine. No,
and
no
he's-
problem then.
He's
No
on
problem.
leave this week, my lord.
All right, okay, fine. So you're suggesting we postpone at this stage?
Yes, until Monday.
Okay. Yes,
As
sir.
it is the court, my lords. In the meantime, on behalf of accused number 1, we are going to request to have the following witnesses recalled. Constable Zungu and Buthelezi. We still weighing our options as to whether or not there would still be other witnesses that we will make a request that they be recalled. However, the court will be informed in due course about the identity of those witnesses, if any. That is, but for now we're certain about Constable Zungu and Mr. Buthelezi, who is in the employ, I don't know if he's still there, part of the Ekurhuleni Metro. Thank you.
Kade asho khona njalo kumshishisi ukuthi khona kufakaza ngathanda ukuthi bambize qhamuka lapho ngaphansi kwe-LPC la kade abameli bawuvuma khona ke ngaphambi ukuthi baqale babe abameli. Futhi yasho khona njalo ke umnumzana kumele mina ke wasizana umnumzana Mnisi ukuthi uyacela ukuthi kusenkantolo ke futhi ibize abanye ofakaza abalandelayo ababili ke Constable Zungu futhi nomnumzana Buthelezi osebenza ngaphansi kwesiphoyisa noma ngaphansi kwe-Ekurhuleni Metro ke lapho ke futhi yasho khona ukuthi bakhona ke abanye abazohlala phansi bathekile udaba lwabo ekuthizeni ngabe bazobabiza futhi noma ngeke bababize futhi.
Yes, Mr. Baloyi?
Well, regarding this latter request, we don't know what is the basis for requesting that these witnesses be recalled. We suppose that a proper basis will be made for the request to recall those witnesses.
What does the law say? You can address me on Monday.
Yes.
When are you supposed to recall a witness?
Yes.
And under what circumstances? Can you get me authorities on that? Okay,
Yes, sir. Please.
all of you. Everybody must get me authorities. Because in my view, it's not just an application of saying, I want Adv Mokgoatlheng to be recalled.
iyacala ke kusenkantolo ukuthi kade ashushushise ukuthi manje labo fakazi kunothi baphinde babize futhi okwesibili babuye bazophana ngofakazi babo kushuthi babiza ngaphansi komthetho umuningi loyo ke manje uyasho khona ukuthi ecela ukuthi bonkana ithimba labashushisi futhi ithimba labameli ekuthizeni bahambe bafunde mayelana nodaba lwezomthetho la kuvuma khona labavumelekile khona ke ethizeni babize futhi ofakazi ekuthizeni beze futhi ngaphambi kusenkantolo bese bazophana ngofakazi babo manje yasho khona njalo kusenkantolo ukuthi abameli benu futhi ngehlangothi lethimba labashushisi kwamele ukuthi babuye bamtshele marana nodaba lwezomthetho ngomsombuluko walesonto elizayo.
Yeah, okay. So we come back on Monday.
Manje ngomsombuluko
Monday.
Money.